Hello everyone out there, and now I thought I might do a very long overdue collection update thing because it's not just CDs and vinyls, a few cassettes as well. I'll maybe have shown some of these before, but I just don't remember which one of them I did have. But uh, and now you might have seen the change of location. Well, that's because I didn't want my younger brother screaming through the entire video, because he plays video games and that's all that you hear. But without no further ado, let's get this started. And this is, well, I should pick this up a really long time ago, and let's see to see how long of time it has been. But it's pound for pound by Anvil. I don't know if you can see that well, but this is the Anvil album I listen to the most, and it actually is a really good album. It's on Metal Blade, if you can see that, and yeah, this is, I think it must be in 80s, like pressing. Here's some lyrics to all the songs and a picture of the band, and a little like credits and stuff. Yeah. And now I just got to think of Corporate Preachers from this album. Yeah, so that was like I said over there, and the next and the last cassette is Metallica and Justice for All. This is the 2018 Blackened re-release. There you have the cassette. Though this cassette doesn't sound that good. Well, I don't know if it's my stereo or just this pressing. It sounded like really wobbly. I don't know if that's the right thing to call it, but it's just unstable. Here you have some lyrics and credits and stuff like that, and the pictures of the band and stuff. And here's more lyrics. Okay, now we'll get on to the CDs. First, here we have the debut demo of these of a thrash metal band called Eternal Evil, and I actually went to their concert yesterday, and that's why I have my neck hurts really bad because I headbanged too much. But this is an amazing demo. You can find it on YouTube. You just search for Eternal Evil demo, and this is limited to 100 copies, and I got number 7. Really nice and low number over there. Okay, we'll set that there. Okay, now we have Man of War, Wars of the World. It's actually a kind of fun story surrounding this. I actually got this by my arts class teacher because she was like she hated them because they played too loud at a show. And well, that's like Man of War's image for playing like really loud. But yeah, I think this is on Nuclear Blast, and kinda boring things there. But all these Man of War albums have like posters, and yeah. Here we have that one. Well, at least the newer ones have. I don't know really if they are on the older ones, but yeah. Man of War, Wars of the World. Man of War is a really good band. So, well, this might not be one of their best. They have some good songs on it that I really like. Like Wars of the World United is like my favorite, I think. So now, to a band that if you haven't heard of this band before, or even heard of this album, and you are in this community, I don't know what has happened to you, but okay. Here we have Slayer's Raining Blood. I don't know, the lighting here is absolutely abysmal, but maybe if, well, the CD case is glare and everything. We'll take, I don't know if you can see this, but Raining Blood over there. And here's the back, which everyone probably knows by this point. It is on the American label. I actually got this like this summer, which was like yeah. But no, my favorite Slayer albums were like Hell Waits. That's one that I like the most. Okay, two albums I actually haven't heard really that much, and then people will say like, "Why haven't you heard this? This is like a masterpiece from the metal genre." And this is Testament, The Legacy. I of course I've heard it before. That's why I got it on CD, but not really that much. And I more got it because I've heard this a few times, and this has really like it has a legacy around it. That's like why I bought it. It's on Attic and Megaforce, and they actually put the explicit content inside for some reason. Well, yeah. Here is one I picked up at like the thrift store ish, or like secondhand boutique, just because it was Dio, and yeah, that's the Dio collection. I've had like 3 Dio albums already, but and yeah, well you can't get enough of Dio. It's like 17 tracks on there, and it's like really a lot of tracks. Here's a CD looks like that. Probably nothing like special in the booklet. Just little like history of Dio, the band, or Dio himself. But I think this was a compilation of just the Dio band. Here we have the originals of punk rock. Well, maybe not the originals, but originators, but one of the biggest punk bands, and probably a lot of influences on many punk bands. That's the Ramones. This is one album that like everyone knows and like has already, but it is the it is on the Sire label, and it's actually nice that the CD looks like the what is called the label on an album, because I actually got like 70s pressing of what's it called, the live album. I think it's just the Ramones Live, I think it's called. And yeah, this is an amazing album. Well, it's not a it took a lot of time for me to get into these like albums, because I thought all the songs sound the same, which to some extent they do, but if you like listen to it a lot, you can like get into differences about them. Okay, here we have an absolute classic. Maybe not one of my favorite from this band, but it's Black Sabbath, Paranoid. I kind of there's some songs that I really like well, War Pigs never was that great to me. It's a good song for sure, but never was my favorite. Paranoid is a kick-ass fucking track. Hey Planet Caravan, Iron Man is like a classic, but probably like overplayed. Electric Funeral is probably my favorite from this, and the rest I have not really heard like at all. So And now people say, "What? How can you not do that?" Okay, here we have the disc. Oh, well, it's probably just like lyrics anyway in there. So yeah, and the back, which all people have probably seen before. And I really need to get the original Black Sabbath because that's one of my favorite. Getting back to Manowar, Kings of Metal is probably one of the better Manowar albums in my opinion. Yeah. Well, it's one thing that's weird, and this was on the LP, full digital recording. They did that back in the 80s as well, so don't blame shit. And this here is the CD. Uh, I don't know. I think it's just the lyrics inside here. Yeah. Well, this is not lyrics, but yeah. Otherwise, it's just lyrics. Favorite tracks is the two first songs, Wheels of Fire and Kings of Metal, and like that song. What it's called? It's called Warrior's Prayer. I know that it's like for listening to the entire album, but why do you put that? It's like a 5 minute spoken word track, and yeah, this one, believe it or not, I actually picked up at like a garage. No, the like through well secondhand store. This is Anthrax, Sun and White Noise. And just to find an Anthrax album, I was like, well, I gotta pick it up. But well, I've listened to it like once. I don't know if I really liked it or not liked it. I need to really listen to this more. There is the label. Uh, I, I I I don't think there was anything like really special in here. Probably need to speed this up big time, but it is the collection of pictures, and this is just lyrics and stuff. Not really that interesting, at least for me. Well, I think this is like a diversive album between Anthrax fans. Some people say, it's a grunge album, and they just try to capitalize on it. Well, some actually like it, but well, I can say it's a good album. Now we have Queensryche, the EP. This one is like my favorite thing that Queensryche put out. This or either Operation Mindcrime. It actually is a really good album, or EP, or what you could call it. The all tracks on this one is really good. There's the CD. It's on EMI, and I don't. Well, the book booklet thing isn't that special. So, and here we have come to the final CD. It is my favorite Creator album, Endless Pain. This is like the remastered digibook version, and it got all like kind of interviews with Mile or Midler, or how we call it, lyrics. Tormentor on this album is fucking amazing, and the CD is kind of cool too. There it is. So now I just need to put it back into its like fold. It's got like a little pocket, and I don't like that because then I have to put my fingers on the album, and that's like probably yeah. Well, this is an amazing album. You all should have that. It's a thrash piece, like at least Darcy 6 strings 9 live says. This is one single that I also picked up at like the second-hand store, and this is like the the name looks very like punkish, but it's like 60s rock music. Well, I actually like 60s rock, so this wasn't that big of a deal. So here we have the single, maybe not too special. It has Hard Talking Woman as a B-side, The Walk. Now we have something that probably more people is familiar with, Steely Dan, Hey 19. It was another like secondhand store when I was in some other town, and my friend actually bought a bass, so I got this for free. And I've heard, and most people have probably heard of Steely Dan before, so that's why I picked it up, and it was actually pretty good. Here we have, it's the same on both sides. It's on MCA, yeah, the same on both sides. Okay, here we have the last single, Freezing Moon by Mayhem. Mayhem is like one of the quintessential black metal bands. Maybe not my personal favorite, but it's up there with their vocals. Dead is like, you know, the front figure of the whole Norwegian black metal movement. And I actually managed to like just rip off the plastic on the like there, so I got to keep the hype sticker. There's the back side. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. We can take out the single here. We have Freezing Moon, and we have Carnage. Freezing Moon is one of my favorite black metal songs. Probably my favorite Mayhem song as well. Call me like poser or something, but that's just one of my favorite tracks by them. Now we get into actual OP albums. That's the ones that I have the most of here. So now we have Skid Row, their debut. This is actually a pretty good album. I'm not that big of a sleaze guy or the like glam metal thing or glam rock or what you would call it, but this is actually a good one of those. Here's the back. Inner sleeve with lyrics. Atlantic Records. This is probably why I should have done this in 2 parts, because this is getting long as hell. Okay, now we have the next album, Led Zeppelin 2, original 60s pressing. Well, that was weird because the inner sleeve has like, so it has like a picture of the 4th album, which is really weird, but this is that. Oh, I kind front cover. Gatefold with the album titles or song titles. Just regular sleeve and Atlantic label. Yeah, we'll put that down there. And here we have Master Puppets. Of course I had this album before, but well, you gotta have it on vinyl as well. It costs like $25, which maybe could be overpaying, but I don't know. I really wanted this album, so I picked it up. Okay, here we have, and all of these came with like things. What was called like, so you can, all of these like reissue LPs came with like, it did digital download codes, but I don't know where they are. Lyrics sheets. I think it's that way, or maybe I don't know. No, it was this way. Well, all people probably seen these from these reissues by now. It's plain white in a sleeve. Black and Metallica, though the red color on this is on the label is kind of hard to see, and in this light, yeah, not that spectacular. Well, Master Puppets is just an amazing album, and it's on. It's the big patch of my bell jacket for a reason. Now we'll get back in like glam metal. I don't know if you. I didn't really consider them glam metal before, but well, because I heard they were like, oh, they were not like the others. They were like regular clothes. But this is Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, and yeah, this is in a classic album. And I don't know if I can show the other side on YouTube, which has the original cover art for this album, well, but just lyrics. So there, on the back is like everyone probably know that by now. Yeah, from record label. Oh, this is gonna be a sucker to get back in. No. So here we have next Man of War. Well, Hell to England. Actually, kind of so I had the CD, or I purchased the CD, and then I traded this with my dad. So yeah, and because he is like more of a CD guy, this is his collection here. Some lyrics and thank yous and stuff here. Music for Nations, Man of War label. And by now you've probably figured out I like Man of War. Okay, here we have a like kind of best of, but kind of a compilation album. Venom, from Hell and Back, or no, from Hell to the Unknown. This is a double LP gatefold. Now I'll probably get flagged for this because it has an inverted cross. There we have the Venom logo and track listing. They are both in like regular white sleeves, and just they are same on all 4 sides. So, and it's on raw power. Next up, we have Defenders of the Faith. Probably my favorite Judas Priest album. Oh, this so Screaming for Vengeance. And I mean, it's a fucking classic cover. And I slided the best one into that, but we'll just take that out and show the back. Yes, it's just track listing and the classic up there. The classic quotes. Here we have the inner sleeve, really fucking nice. I love it. It's so metal. And there's his lyrics. And it's on CBS Records. Like all Judas Priest albums from this period are. Well, probably most of them at least. I think they switched around like Sin After Sin era to CBS. Well, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Here we have the best black metal album and band ever formed, Bathory. And of course this isn't like the original Jello Goat, because then my bank account would be like broken as hell. But I bought this as like record fair or something, and it was actually a bummer because this is bootleg as fuck. Then at another table they had like the reissues, the Black Mark or the Black Label reissues, and it was like 5 cents cheap, and it was like official one. So that was kind of a bummer. And yeah, and the logo there with the uh, song titles, the regular inner sleeve. Well, it's kind of like balls because they switch sides. So this would probably be when we start the record. That's way young. That's side two and that is side one. I think it was probably supposed to be the other way. Fuck off.